Now we're going out into the field with San Diego agent Max Folkers to hear what he has to say.
Today I'm meeting one of our top producing real estate brokers here in Bay Park. I'm at the restaurant Luce, which is one of the hot spots in this neighborhood. And today we're gonna talk about how Bay Park is really booming in real estate. Well, Max, thanks so much for bringing me up to Bay Park today and to Luce. I'm so excited to be here, my first time in this restaurant.
Yeah, it's an amazing place. You know, we've been in the neighborhood for about 15 years, and we're so excited to see another great restaurant open. And, you know, for better or for worse, this has become a mainstay. You know, our office is just across the street, and so I find myself here all the time.
Very nice. Well, Sal, I know that you're kind of the master behind this whole operation here. So what was kind of the inspiration behind Luce? And then can you just go into a little bit of the family history you guys have of being in the restaurant industry?
Yeah, so we've had Bocce. My father opened Bocce restaurant next door. It's a fine dining Italian restaurant. He opened that in 1979. I grew up in the business, me and my brother working there. And about 6 years ago, we had an opportunity to take over Danino's Pizzeria, and we turned it into Luce Bar and Kitchen. And it's a gastropub. It's a restaurant in a bar, basically.
Yeah.
And you know, we love it. It's going good.
Well, the food in front of us just smells and looks absolutely incredible. So what are maybe some of the really popular items? And then can you kind of talk about your menu throughout the entire year?
Yeah, so you know, our menu changes seasonally, but we're known for our burger. We grind the meat in-house, we punch our own fries, we sell a ton of burgers, but then we also do tacos, we do pizza. We have a wonderful chef. She makes entrees, like the Mary's chicken right here, flat iron steak. It's more than just bar food.
Okay, so like there's a ton for almost anybody's palate and what they might be craving. So I know you're open for lunch. What about some of the other times of day?
So we have happy hour 3 to 5 every day on food, 3 to 6 for drinks. We do brunch on the weekends, Saturdays and Sundays.
Well, that all sounds fantastic, and I imagine that lines are going to be out the door so people can get in here for brunch and watch football. But also, I noticed that the outdoors has kind of been transformed. So what's happening out there?
Yeah, so that was a parking lot, and we turned it into a patio. We put a 10-seat bar out there, a fire pit, and then we got another 9 tables. So we're really excited.
When will that open up, you think?
We're hoping to open up in September.
Perfect.
Yeah, I can't wait.
So, I mean, Max, you've been in this area a long time. Sal, you've been here a long time. So how has this neighborhood kind of really transformed, and what's the real estate market like here?
Well, you know what? We've really seen Bay Park hit the map. It's gotten everybody's attention. It was discovered relatively late. The whole development, it was approved back in the 1930s, believe it or not. And I was telling you earlier, we actually just sold a house that was originally started in the late 1800s. It was one of the original farmhouses on 100 acres, backed up to Tecolote Canyon. So there's a lot of history here. And it was one of the original developments, like master plan communities in San Diego. And that was built in the 50s and 60s. And what we're seeing is a turnover. Believe it or not, there's still a lot of original residents who are around. And if not them, then it's their kids. And we're starting to see a resurgence of a lot of new families, a lot of kids, young adults. And that's why I think, in particular, Luce has really found its stride, because we haven't had anything quite like this. And it's one of the things that's helping put Bay Park on the map.
That's awesome. Now, what about any current listings or anything on the market that you have specifically?
Well, one of the things I love about Bay Park is it's so walkable. We've got a listing literally about 3 blocks from here on Erie Street, which is known for its Halloween celebration. They literally, the 10 blocks shuts down, and all the kids, you know, go up and down the streets. And God, if you're a car and you make a wrong turn that night, forget about it. Just reverse and get back out. But there's places like that where you can actually get a water view, you can get a decent sized house, and you can walk to the yoga studio, to the coffee shop, down to the restaurants. And then if you want to hop on your bike, you can pop over to the bay, and it's amazing. And the convenience is something that for the prices we're seeing, you know, relative to a Pacific Beach, a Point Loma, La Jolla, it's really a deal.
And it's right all there pretty much if you want to get down there.
Absolutely.
And so I know that The trolley's also slated to open in a few years. So how do you think that might also help to really elevate and keep Bay Park on the map, if not get even more attention?
Well, it's certainly drawing more attention here. We'll have a stop down by Tecolote and SeaWorld Drive. We're going to have another stop up on Claremont Drive, which is going to fuel some redevelopment there with some residential and commercial. There's just going to be more and more things for people to see and do here in Bay Park.
Okay. Well, before I let you both go, Sal, I have to ask you, since it's my first time here at this restaurant, what should I order to eat?
Has to be the lamb tacos.
Lamb tacos, done. That sounds amazing. Thank you both.
Thank you.
Well, I'm excited to try the lamb tacos, and just in case lamb isn't really your thing, just know that they smoke tri-tip daily out here. Anyway, thanks again to Max and Sal for having us here at Luce today.